Today, we're really cutting through the clutter. We want to get you confidently navigating those everyday conversations.
Right.
We've dug into, well, a fantastic stack of real world scenarios. I mean, everything from just a quick market purchase all the way to the logistics of setting up, say, new internet service.
Yeah, and our mission today really is to pull out the most valuable insights from all these conversations we've looked at. We want to show you how clear and, polite communication isn't just about sounding good.
Yeah.
It actually smooths out your daily interactions, makes them more efficient, and definitely less stressful.
Think of this deep dive as maybe your shortcut to sounding natural and feeling completely at ease in these situations.
Yeah.
We'll unpack the sort of underlying communication blueprints, the surprising simplicity sometimes, and why mastering these everyday exchanges is just absolutely key to building fluency.
You should get ready for some genuine aha moments, I think, because the real power here is in understanding why these interactions actually work the way they do.
Okay, let's unpack our first big area then.
Yeah.
Getting things done, making purchases. We've got like a treasure trove of quick, clear exchanges here that really highlight efficiency and, well, politeness too.
Right.
So imagine you're at a local market, maybe you're ready to buy some fresh produce. The key isn't just knowing the words, but it's understanding that directness you sometimes need. You might ask, how much are the tomatoes today? Or maybe, what's the price for these cucumbers? Simple questions.
Yeah.
Once you have that info, say the tomatoes are, I don't know, $2 a kilo, you just say what you need. I'll take 2 kilos of tomatoes, please. Or I need some of those cucumbers. It's quite straightforward.
It really is. And the power in these quick transactions, it often lies in those direct question and answer patterns.
Right.
So from the bustling market, we move to something like a supermarket checkout. The exchange is just as concise, really.
How much is it?
Exactly. How much is it? Followed by a quick payment, maybe with a card.
Yeah.
And this same efficiency, it extends to household errands too.
Like checking what's in the fridge.
Yeah. Think about those really quick check-ins at home. Do we have milk? Oh, should I pick up some bread on the way home? These aren't complex sentences, are they? They're precise questions designed to get immediate answers, whether it's about milk or eggs, coffee, fresh fruit, whatever.
Even at a bakery, it's similar. Right. Just about clarity.
Totally. How fresh is the bread today?
Yeah.
And then a simple request, I'd like 2 loaves, please. Boom, done.
That directness, it really is your superpower in these moments, isn't it? And it extends far beyond just groceries. Think about general items and services.
Yeah, clothing stores.
Right. Consider a clothing store. You're looking for a winter jacket. Instead of a long explanation, you kind of go straight to, is this wool? Or will it be warm enough for winter?
Or asking about sales too.
Or is this jacket on sale?
Yeah.
And trying on shoes, it's a quick, do you have this in a size 8? Super simple.
And the conversation about buying a suit, maybe for an interview, also shows this.
How so?
Well, you're immediately asking about specific things, like colors navy blue or dark gray, clarifying if it's a 2-piece suit, asking if they have cotton blend shirts available. Then you move on to sizes, trying things on. It's step by step.
Right. Focusing on the key details.
And what's truly fascinating here, and this is something that our sources consistently highlight, is how often just the simple how much or can I, it just instantly opens the door to a successful transaction.
It's like a key.
It really is. It's not just about the vocabulary. It's the communicative function those phrases perform, They are direct requests for information or permission, and they immediately signal what you want. And this applies even to something maybe a bit more annoying, like returning an online order.
Oh, yeah, that can be tricky.
If a jacket is too small, your main questions are about the return window. That's the time you're allowed, maybe 14 days, and where exactly you find the return form online.
So you're asking about the rules, the procedure.
Exactly. You're directly asking about the policy and the process.
That makes so much sense. It really is about getting to the point efficiently. And I guess the same directness applies to healthcare, which, can sometimes feel a bit intimidating.
Definitely. At the pharmacy, it's often a clear statement of need. I need something for headache. Simple as that.
And then you follow up.
Then you follow up with specific questions about, say, the dosage. How often should I take this? Or what's the recommended amount?
Right.
For sore throat, you might ask for lozenges or syrup, and then you'd clarify how frequently to take them.
Okay.
If you're dealing with allergies, maybe sneezing, itchy eyes, you'll ask for tablets. And often, how long will it take for this to work? People want to know that.
Yeah, that's important.
So the key takeaway here is using those quite precise frames. I need something for, and how often should I take?
Gotcha. And I suppose in a restaurant or a coffee shop, it's all about that efficient ordering again.
Precisely. You ask about the special of the day, maybe it's grilled chicken with vegetables, and then you just confidently order, I'll have that, perhaps quickly, followed by a simple, polite request like, can I get a glass of water, please? If you're looking for advice, it's, what do you recommend? Or, what's popular here? And that leads to suggestions, maybe grilled salmon or orange juice.
Even just ordering coffee.
Yeah, even a simple coffee order, like a medium cappuccino with skim milk. It emphasizes the importance of being clear with your specifications. And for food to go, it's just about stating the items clearly. A chicken sandwich and a bottle of water, please. No fuss.
Okay, so if you're listening, what does this first part really mean for you? I guess it means that a few key phrases, especially when they're delivered with that kind of directness, can unlock a huge array of daily interactions.
Yeah, it's about knowing the communication blueprint, you could call it, for these common situations. It's not just about memorizing every single word possible.
Right, the underlying structure. Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting, I think. We move beyond those simple purchases now to more complex life logistics. These deep dives show how to manage appointments, handle home services, maybe even plan big family events. The game kind of changes from those quick transactions to more involved information exchanges.
Definitely.
Let's maybe start with healthcare appointments.
Okay, and this is where clarity becomes even more crucial, really. When you're scheduling a doctor's visit, let's say with Dr. Lee for a checkup, you need to be really clear about who it's for, what kind of appointment it is, and your preferred time.
Something like,
I'd like to schedule a checkup with Dr. Lee for Thursday at 3 p.m. Yeah, very clear. Or for dental cleanings, maybe for someone named David, it's about finding an available slot, perhaps next Wednesday or Friday at 2 p.m. And understanding things like how long it takes, maybe 45 minutes, and if you need to, arrive 15 minutes early for paperwork or something.
Okay. And when you're dealing with something maybe more involved, like children's vaccinations for school, say for kids like David, age 6, and Anna, age 4, the conversation naturally expands, doesn't it? It includes more essential details.
It does. You're scheduling routine shots, perhaps for Tuesday at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. You're clarifying how long each one takes, maybe 15 minutes per child. And crucially, asking about preparation needs.
Like, do they need to fast?
Exactly. Or what documents you need to bring, health records, insurance cards, that sort of thing.
Makes sense.
And for hospital checkups for a whole family, you're looking at scheduling for multiple people, understanding the duration, maybe an hour per person, checking available days, and asking about specifics like fasting requirements for adults, maybe family discounts, or even, is there free parking? The common thread here is providing those names, ages, and getting really crystal clear on any prerequisites before you go.
Okay, so if we connect this to the bigger picture, like you said before, you can see how critical clear communication is when, say, problems arise at home.
Absolutely. It's about explaining what is wrong and what you need done about it.
Right.
Take a washing machine that's not working, or maybe a kitchen sink leak. You're describing the symptoms. My washing machine won't start, or the pipe joint under the sink seems loose.
Okay.
Then you're understanding the solution. Maybe there's a service call charge that's the flat fee, just for the plumber to show up.
Right, the call-out fee.
Yeah, plus the repair cost itself, and maybe how long the water might need to be shut off for. Like 15 minutes.
Exactly. And this kind of proactive communication, it extends to things like utility bills too, doesn't it?
It does. When your electricity bill is higher than usual, you might need to understand why. Perhaps it's due to AC usage, your air conditioning in the warmer months.
Or a leak causing a high water bill.
Or a water bill might spike because of a hidden leak.
Yeah.
Reporting a power outage at your specific address, like 12 Oak Street, involves stating how long it's been out, asking for an estimated fix time, maybe getting advice to unplug sensitive electronics.
Right, practical advice.
And for setting up new internet service, you're clarifying things like the plan speed, usually measured in MBS, megabits per second, which tells you how fast the connection will be. The monthly cost, any one-time installation fee, how long the installation itself takes, maybe 2 hours, and if there's a contract involved, like a 1-year contract.
So it's all about clarifying the terms, understanding the whole process up front.
Exactly. Moving on to banking and financial planning. Well, the conversations here really demand precision, don't they?
They really do. When opening various accounts, whether it's a savings or a checking account, you're clarifying their required documentation, like photo ID, proof of address, and understanding the processing time.
How long it takes.
Yeah. For a joint savings account, you'd need to confirm what's needed from both account holders, any monthly fees, or maybe how to avoid them if you keep a certain balance, and the annual interest rate.
Asking for your current account balance seems straightforward, though.
It usually is, yeah. Requires just your account number typically. And reporting a lost debit card, the priority is getting it blocked immediately, then finding out when the new card arrives, maybe in 5 business days.
And what about bigger financial things like loans?
Well, discussing personal loans involves specifics too, like borrowing $5,000 over a certain term, maybe 1 to 5 years, and understanding the interest rates, say 5%, or even just saving for the future requires clarity on the options. Basic savings accounts for safety, maybe fixed deposits for higher interest, but with penalties if you withdraw early.
So it's about understanding the trade-offs.
Exactly. Understanding the trade-offs for each option. You can really see how these conversations build, can't you? It's about understanding the key pieces of information you need to exchange to get what you want.
Yeah, definitely.
Whether that's managing your money or, say, planning travel. Speaking of which, at a hotel check-in, it's usually pretty simple. You state, I have a reservation under the name Tom Harris, and then maybe make additional requests like a 7 a.m. wake-up call, or just confirming if breakfast is included in the times.
Right. But renting an apartment, that's a much more detailed conversation.
Oh, yeah. That involves laying out all your needs. 2-bedroom, maybe city center, budget under $1,200 a month, perhaps furnished preferred, a 1-year lease, and crucially clarifying what's included in the rent versus what's separate, like electricity or internet.
Absolutely. And booking a holiday, say with a travel agency for a Florida resort for 4 people, that means outlining your expectations quite clearly.
Like duration, cost.
Duration, cost, and exactly what's included. Flights, hotel, transfers, maybe some meals. You'd probably ask about specifics like family suites or if there's a kids club or what water sports are available. For a business trip, say to New York, the details can become even more granular, can't they?
Yeah, definitely. Dates, desired class of travel, hotel star rating, maybe location near the conference center, airport transfers, car rental options, even meal plans sometimes.
These conversations are less about simple yes-no answers and much more about building a complete picture together.
That's a good way to put it. Okay, moving on to education and major purchases. These are often really big life steps that require pretty comprehensive communication.
Yeah, high stakes.
Enrolling new students in school, like maybe David in grade 3 and Anna in grade 1, that involves clarifying required documents, tuition fees, which could be, in the range of $2,000 to $2,500 a year, and asking about things like payment plans or potential scholarships.
And the practical stuff, too.
And the practical stuff, yeah. Confirming the school year start date, any orientation days, school hours, and if after-school care is available, lots of details.
And for buying a new car, it's rarely just about the model, is it?
No, not at all. Discussions usually revolve around preferences like needing an SUV for space, whether you prefer new versus used, essential safety features, fuel efficiency, maybe automatic transmission, and crucially, those financing options.
And research often comes into it.
Yeah, asking for or mentioning research reviews you've seen. And with home insurance, you're discussing typical coverage like fire, theft, or storms, but also understanding what's excluded, like flood damage, often needs to be added separately.
Right. And clarifying deductibles.
Clarifying deductibles, yeah. Those amounts you pay out of pocket before the insurance kicks in, like $500 or $1,000. You might also ask about adding coverage for specific valuables and just understanding the whole claims process.
So you know what to do if something happens.
Exactly. Finally, planning and organizing events, this really showcases complex coordination and the need for clear back and forth communication.
Lots of moving parts.
Yeah. A detailed family dinner requires inviting specific people, confirming the time, discussing the menu, maybe roast chicken, apple pie, and the drinks. You'd probably use group texts for invitations these days. And importantly, always ask about dietary restrictions.
Crucial. And a family reunion, even more complex.
Bigger scale, yeah. That involves deciding on the best invitation method, emails versus paper, maybe whether to cook everything or cater the main dishes, how to handle decorations, buffet style perhaps, music, games for the kids. Lots to juggle.
And if you're organizing something even larger, like a charity fundraiser, maybe for 150 guests at a community center, the conversation becomes incredibly detailed.
So.
Well, you're discussing the format, dinner, and auction, the size of the hall needed, specific catering options, maybe vegetarian, chicken, beef, fish choices, plus appetizers, desserts. The alcohol policy, is it allowed or not? Do you need a stage? How far in advance do you need to book? What's the rental fee? Say $1,000. Can you bring your own decorations?
Wow. Lots of questions.
It really raises an important question for you, our listener.
Yeah.
How does understanding these communication patterns actually empower you? Well, it allows you to anticipate the information that's going to be needed, right? Which leads to smoother, much more confident interactions and ultimately saves you time and, frankly, stress.
That's a great point. So what's the thread then? The thing weaving through all these diverse scenarios we've talked about?
Well, I think
It seems to be the consistent application of, well, politeness and clarity. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it and the actual structure of the conversation itself.
precisely. We saw this right from the very beginning, didn't we? Phrases like, excuse me, can you tell me, I would like to? Would you like?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, thank you very much.
Yeah, the basics.
They're not just pleasantries, though. They are fundamental social signals in English. They demonstrate respect, they open channels for help, and they frame requests politely, which, makes the other person much more willing to engage positively.
And then there's the clarity in the details. Remember when we talked about booking a taxi or setting up internet? The importance of specifying the time, the place, and your exact needs is just paramount. It's crucial.
Yeah, for a taxi, it's not just I need a taxi, but I need a taxi for tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. from 22 Pine Street. Specific.
Right. Or when describing a problem, like with your washing machine, being precise, my washing machine is not working, or maybe my internet is very slow. This kind of directness, it avoids misinterpretations and it gets you to a solution faster.
And this dance of communication, it goes two ways, doesn't it? Active listening and really understanding the replies are crucial.
How do you mean?
Well, it's about knowing how to ask effective follow-up questions when you don't fully grasp something. Questions like, how long does that take? How much will it cost? Is there an estimated time? Or even just, can you explain why?
Right, digging a bit deeper if needed.
Exactly. And equally important is acknowledging the information you receive. Saying things like, okay, that makes sense, or thank you for the update, or I appreciate your help.
Shows you're listening.
Shows you're engaged and that the information has actually landed. It completes the loop.
So there you have it, a deep dive into the actionable insights behind everyday English conversations, from, buying groceries right through to planning a family reunion. You hopefully now have a clearer roadmap for navigating these crucial interactions with, more confidence and ease.
Yeah, and remember, the real power isn't just in memorizing a list of phrases, but in understanding the flow of these dialogues. The questions that typically lead to answers, the politeness that opens doors, and the clarity that prevents misunderstandings. These are the underlying communication principles that truly empower you in any situation.
Our mission today was really to give you that shortcut to being sort of well-informed about practical everyday communication. We've seen how simple words, when they're used thoughtfully and in the right structure, can just make all the difference in your daily life.
And for you, our curious listener, here's maybe something to ponder. How might understanding these communication patterns, the directness, the polite framing, the precise questioning in English, change the way you approach similar interactions in your own native language?
Interesting question.
Think about those universal principles of effective communication. They often transcend linguistic barriers, don't they? Keep listening, keep practicing, and keep exploring.